Okay, you just need light weights today. If you have them, if you want to use them, even without them, you'll get a great workout. So let's go ahead and get started. We are going to start standing. So bring your feet a little bit wider than your hips. We'll take 2 big breaths. So bend your knees, lift up. Exhale. One more time we do that, lift up. And then exhale, bring your hands to your hips, bend your knees. You want to find your knees going over the middle of your foot. You want to engage your low belly, so hug in between your 2 hip points, go a little bit lower. Then from here, hands come to a prayer, you go down an inch, down an inch, down, down. All right, finding just this little pulse to start our warm up. Your thighs, hopefully you're feeling it already. You really push down through your heels. You maybe even lift your toes up a little. Little pulse, pulse, pulse. You want to draw your shoulders down your back. Find your ribs hugging down and in. This small movement in warm-up is what gives you a chance to really bring your awareness to your alignment, trying to get really good positioning for all of our exercises. Now we're gonna go a little faster, bigger. It's down and up, down and lift, down, lift, down and lift. All right, we're gonna bring our elbows into our sides on the down. You pull, push, push, down. Maybe it took you a moment to get that arm motion, no worries. You also don't have to do it. You can do something different, keep your hands in prayer. Pull and press, push, pull, push. All right, as you open your arms on the top, don't let your ribs open up. Keep your abs really tight, nice aligned spine. Face down. All right, we're gonna keep going. I'm so glad to see so many of you today. I know a lot of you found me through Natalie's email. Yeah, I've been doing these Instagram workouts. I know Zoom is sometimes better, but the good thing about Instagram is I record all of them. So they are on my website, they are on Instagram if you want to do them at a different time. All right, we're gonna hold it down, hold. Keep your knees nice and bent, nice low position, elbows into your sides. You're gonna lift and lower your arms lift up, squeeze, lift, squeeze, lift, squeeze. All right, elbows coming right out in line with your shoulders. Push, press, you push, press. I'll keep the comments on if you guys have any technical issues or anything. Don't hesitate to let me know. I always like any kind of feedback about the workout too. Lift and lower. Could do a little lower. Lift and lower. 3, 2. Now hold your elbows up. You're gonna pull your elbows back and reach them long. You pull them back and reach. Stay slow, big pull, big press. You pull and push. All right. We're gonna add a heel lift. Start on the right, lift your heel and push. Left heel and push. Staying in this squat for a little while. So hopefully your legs are feeling it now if they weren't when I said that a moment ago. But we're almost done. And push. You pull and push. We'll have one last full range of motion. Last time left. Hold your elbows in. Drop your left heel down. Come a little lower. Check that your knees are going over the middle of your foot. Engage that low belly again. Sink down a little lower. We're going to go all the way up and down. Here we go. It's down, lift, down. All right. Move big here. And hopefully feel your heart rate nice and high. Up. Push. You got it. 6 more. 5. Could you sink a little lower? 3, 2, last one up. Drop and hold. Reach your arms up. Come a little lower. You're gonna come down, find a forearm plank. Let's do it in 3, in 2, and 1. Bring your hands down. Step, hop, walk your feet back, and then drop to your forearms. Elbows are right under your shoulders. Hands pressed down into your floor, your mat, your grass, whatever you got. Push down. You can always come to your knees and still work hard to engage through your low belly. In a plank, we're working almost all the muscles in your body. So think about that from head to heel, right? Your neck muscles work to keep your neck nice and long. Your shoulder muscles work. They draw away from your ears. You find that nice flat position of your shoulder blades and your collarbone. You're not collapsed down. You're not puffed up. Nice and flat. Ribs hug down towards your belly button. Hip points hug tight towards each other. Thigh bones push up to the sky. And then from here, you're gonna bend your knees. Knees bend a little, stretch, bend, stretch. Movement is always optional. Like I said at the beginning, you wanna find your alignment, your position first, your engagement second, then that added weight or movement. Bend and stretch. Maybe just holding on your knees. Bend and stretch. 8, 7. Each time you straighten your legs, feel your thighs work. Keep your core rock solid. You just have 4, 3, 2. Last one, hold it. Get your legs a little straighter. Tuck your ribs down. Lift your hips up if they drop down. Drop your hips if they piked up. Get nice and long, head to heel. Hold it here. 3, 2, and 1. Drop your knees right into child's pose. Your knees come a little wider than your shoulders. Sink your hips back. All right, gonna adjust just a little bit here. All right. One more big breath in your stretch, and then rise up. You're gonna come to your hands, tabletop position. Knees are under your hips, curl your toes under. So, my head is out of alignment. You want your head down, gazing between your hands. Nice long line from the top of your head back to your sacrum, this triangular bone at the base of your spine. From here, you're gonna curl your toes under, lift your knees up. You keep that nice long line. Most people need to lift their knees like 3 or 4 inches off the floor. Hug your belly up and in. Make sure you're not arching through the low back. You might even feel a little tuck under. All right. From here, we're gonna move nice and slow. You're gonna extend your right leg straight, your left leg straight. Your right knee comes back under your hip, left knee comes back under your hip. It's stretch, and stretch, and bend, and bend. A little bit faster now. It's stretch, stretch, bend, bend, stretch, stretch, bend, bend. All right, really controlled. You don't want anything between your head and your hips moving. Little bend in your elbows. Stretch, stretch, bend, bend. 2 more. Then we get a little breather between sides. All right, hold your plank. 1 big breath in, and then down dog, lift your hips. All right, here's our little breather between sides. Let this be a little break, but still work. Your core stays strong. You push your heart back towards your thighs. Shoulders drive away from your ears. 1 more breath in. We're gonna do the other leg lead, so lower back down. Find that nice plank position. Little bend of your elbows. Strong, strong core. Your hips might be just a little bit higher than they sometimes are in a plank to make room for your legs to move. We're gonna lead with the left leg. Left leg comes in, right leg comes in. Left leg goes straight, right leg goes straight. A little bit faster now. It's left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Might be feeling this a little bit in your wrists. That's okay, right? We gotta strengthen our wrist muscles too. If you need to modify for any reason, always do that. You don't wanna feel any negative pain. You wanna feel all that positive muscle burn. All right. 1 more time straight, then we hold with our knees in. All right, left knee in and hold, right knee in and hold. This is where we started. Go back to that alignment. Knees a little bit off the floor, shoulders away from yours, abs tight. You stretch in 4, 3, 2, drop your knees, uncurl your toes, melt your heart down to the floor. Find this nice puppy dog pose, little stretch. All right, rise up. Maybe grab some water. If you have light weights to use, go ahead and bring them with you. We're gonna come to some ab work, but you have the option to use your weights. So set one weight on either side of you. You're gonna hold on behind your hamstrings. Feet push out into the floor out in front of you. Lightly holding on, lean back. Tuck your tailbone under. Draw your low belly down and in, finding this deep tuck of your hips. Now you're balancing on your sacrum. That place you were trying to keep flat and level in our last exercise. Find your balance on your low back. Tuck your hips under a little more. Keep your chest nice and bright. Nice long neck. From here, it's down and up. You go back an inch, up an inch. Back and lift. Back and lift. All right, back and up. I don't know about you guys, I'm feeling very sweaty already. I think that was both the warm-up and here in Denver, it is quite hot today. So I hope you guys are feeling a nice warmth as well. Drink a lot of water too. All right, back. Each time you lean back, you think more about tucking your hips under. So it's less about the lean, more about the position of your tailbone, your pelvis, your spine. That flexion of your spine helps you recruit and use all 4 layers of your abdominals here. That's what gets us really deep into our core. It's back and up, back and up. 4 more. 3, 2, hold it on the back. All right, here's where you have the option to grab your weights if you want. Bring them into your hands. All right, you can lightly hold on. You're gonna bring your right elbow into your side. Okay, you have the choice of staying holding on with the left hand or reaching it long or bringing it out into the same position. That's pretty intense. All right, I'm gonna lightly hold on. Right arm's gonna lift up. Lift it up for 2, down for 2. Lift, fall. You lift, and fall. All right, as I'm lifting, my legs are really wobbling, which is fine, that's normal. But the more you keep your legs stable, the more you're gonna work your abdominal muscles. So try to find a little more stability. And pull. You lift and pull. 3 more. And pull. Getting a little arm work right here, weight or no weight. If you're holding on, that is totally fine. Still work your arms a little. Hold your right arm down. Bring your left arm to meet it. 8 little curls up. You curl 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep that tuck under your hips. 2, last one, hold. All right, you're gonna set your right weight down or maybe hold on to it if you want that extra challenge. Lightly hold on with your right hand. Left arm does the same. It's up for 2, down, 2, down. All right, I can't really stop my wobble, so I'm gonna set my weight down. And pull, yeah, that does it. Just that extra 3 pounds is too much for my abs today. But you decide what's hard for you, right? We're all working on different muscles. We all have different strengths and weaknesses. Well, we all did different workouts yesterday, probably. Lift. 3 more. And pull. Okay, squeeze your legs a little tighter. If you're holding on with your right hand, make sure it's not like a death grip. All right, you're gonna hold your left arm down. You're gonna bring your right arm to meet it. Same thing as the other time, 8 curls. 8, 7, 6, 5. We got a grand finale. 3, 2, hold. Realign, tuck your tailbone under, draw your ribs down towards your belly button, but keep your chin lifted off your chest. Just 8 times, we're gonna lift both arms. Weights or no weights, here we go. You go up for 2, down for 2, 7, pull, 6, pull. Stick with it, put the work in your belly, hug your 2 hip points together. Just 4, and pull. 3, and pull. 2. Little hold when we finish this last one up. Now hold it down, keep your chest bright, push your hands back a little more. Tuck your ribs down, you got this. Keep your neck long. Hug your belly down and in. Hold 4, 3, 2, and 1, release. Cross your legs, we're gonna stretch our hip flexors. Plant your hands behind your hips, and then lift up. This should feel good. You can take your gaze back as far as feels right for you. Really push your hips up, and then lower down. Cross the other leg over top. All right, lift your hips up. We're gonna continue to use our weights. Standing, you have them. All right, grab your weights, and we're gonna stand up. I'm gonna adjust my camera just a little bit. All right, so stand tall. Feet come right under your hips. Little bend in your knees. Bicep curls. Elbows under your sides. You curl up and down. Curl, extend. All right, we got into our abs a lot there in that series of planks and high C curve. So your abs might be feeling a little fatigued, but I want you to call on them again to support you in this upright position. You want your shoulders right over your hips are over your heels. You've got a little bend of your knees, and you're trying not to rock too much forward and back. Curl, extend. Elbows are right into your sides, or maybe a little bit forward. Bend, stretch, bend, stretch. Stand up nice and tall. Curl, extend. Always want to think of finding that length of your spine and the engagement of your muscles to support it. Curl, extend. All right, we're gonna hold it halfway. You've got 6 more. 5, 4, big curls for 3. We'll hold it halfway. Here we go, last one up. Now hold it halfway. Step your feet out nice and wide turn out position. Toes turn out, 10 and 2 on a clock. Bend your knees a lot. Drop it down nice and low. Elbows stay right into your sides or just a little bit forward. We're gonna pulse opposite arm, arms one at a time, and our seat. Don't worry, not that complicated. So you go pulse, 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 pulse. Little switches your arms. Pulse, pulse. Think up and squeeze your bicep. It's up and squeeze, pull, pull. All right. Really pushing down through your feet. This is the first time we've come into this posture this class, so it might feel like a bit of a stretch on your legs, your hips. If you gaze down, you want to be able to see your big toes. If not, just bring your feet a little bit more forward. Push, push. We've got 6, 5, 4, almost to a change, 2. All right, you're gonna hold it down. You're gonna push your arms all the way forward. You're gonna drive an imaginary car. Take it right for 2, left for 2. Turn and twist. Turn and twist. So bringing your palms to face each other, flipping the angle of your hands. You twist and twist. As we get into this arm work, you always have the option to drop your weights. You can do all the same arm motions with no weights. Still get great toning effects. Switch. 3 more. 2. All right, last time through. You're gonna keep your left hand there, bring your right hand to meet it. Drop down nice and low. Then draw your elbows back. Keep your elbows high. Keep your knees low. We're gonna stand tall, hug our elbows into our sides. Drop low, lift your elbows. Up for 2, down for 2, lift, and drop. Similar to what we did in our warm-up, a little less movement for our arms. They're just lifting and lowering, but we've got the weights now. A little bit faster now. It's up, down, up, down. Getting into your shoulders. Here, we already did some shoulder work, both in our warm-up and in our ab series. So maybe your shoulders are telling you that. Hey, we already worked ourselves. Keep going, squeeze, lift, squeeze, and lift. 3, 2. All right, last one up, hold it down. You're gonna rotate to the left, turn to the left. You're gonna find a lunge. Nice crescent lunge, which means your back leg is straight. Your front knee bends, and you decide how much. You can come down a little bit lower for more work in your thighs, or stay up a little higher. You're gonna hinge forward at the waist, lift your elbows high behind you. We're gonna find a narrow row. Reach it down, pull, reach, pull, reach, pull. So you wanna hinge forward enough that your torso matches your back leg. If you feel anything in your low back, anything negative, you can come up a little higher in that lunge, or you can always just stand up a little more upright. It's reach, pull, reach, pull. Getting into our back muscles here. We can be really front body focused in life, so good to work that posterior chain. You reach and pull, reach, pull. 6 more, then we tricep. Yeah, I use that as a verb. 3, 2, last one forward, hold your elbows high, arms stretch straight. Palms face the floor, arms lift up an inch, lift, lift, lift. We've got like 1.5 sets of triceps here. We'll do 2 variations, but this first one's not gonna be very long, so stick with it. We're breaking up our triceps into 2 bouts. Lift. All right, you're gonna hold that lift up. Turn your palms to face each other. Your back leg is really straight. You're pushing down a lot through your front knee, but now you're gonna ask you to bend your back knee just a little as you bend your elbows. It's bend, stretch, bend, stretch. Little bend, stretch. Think of using triceps and quadricep to find those straight positions. Bend, reach, bend, reach, reach, bend, reach. We've got an optional balance challenge coming up. 4, 3, 2. All right, you can stay right here. You can hold this posture, or option to launch yourself forward on your left foot. Lift your arms a little higher. Bend your left knee. Bring your chest parallel with the floor. Drop your right hip down. Arms and legs straight. Breathe. It's 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. Come back to center. We're gonna bring our feet not as wide. We're gonna bring our feet into that position we were in our warm-up. Turned out squat. Weights can come to your hips. Drop and lift. Drop and lift. All right, maybe a good place to grab a sip of water if you need it. We're gonna do some more legs and arms. All right, weights are optional always, but really want you to think about that when we're working 2 things at once, right? If we're just working our arms, maybe you focus more on using the weights, keeping them in your hands, but working our legs, our glutes, and our arms, maybe you drop your weights down, lift. All right, we're gonna hold it down. Go hold it down. Now reach your arms up. just a little over your shoulders. Hands are just a little higher. We're gonna go side to side. It's down, lift, down, lift, down, lift, down, down, lift. All right, lifting your leg might feel like too much. You can lift your heel. Down, and lift, down, lift. We got some requests for side body, low back. So that's a lot of obliques, right? That's what we're doing here. So you bring your elbow behind the lifted leg. You're finding that back body oblique work. It's down in conjunction with your glutes. It's down and pull, down, pull. You can always take your hands a little higher, get a little more shoulder work, or maybe just lift that heel. It's down, down, lift. We got 3 more. Down and lift. 2 more. Down. All right, here's our last time through. Last right, last left, hold. Bring your hands to prayer. Drop your shoulders down. All right, baby. Feel your heart beating. Mine is. Could you go a little lower? All right, you got the option here to float your heels a little bit off the floor. 40 pulses. Down, 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 down. This is where you finish. Then we lunge the other side. You gotta keep your knees pushing out. Little lean your chest forward, but belly nice and tight. Down, down. If you want more arms, you can push your arms farther away. 20, you got it. Halfway. Down, down, down. No hold. 8, 7, 6, 5. You got it. Stick with it. 2, last one. Rise up. Turn to the right. You got your right foot forward, left foot back. You find whatever depth lunge you want, but I want your back leg straight. I want you to hinge forward at the waist. We're gonna find a wide row. So palms face the floor. You pull your elbows back, reach, pull, reach. All right, finishing out our arm work. Our arms have gotten a lot of love so far. So don't be shy about dropping your weights if you need to. Know that you're working super hard. Know that you're almost done. Let's pull, push. This should feel like a little thigh work. You can make it more by taking the lunge deeper. You can make it less by taking it shallower. Let's pull, reach. We're gonna hold our elbows back. Here we go, hold. Stretch your arms straight, palms face the sky. You're gonna lift your arms up an inch, up an inch. Lift. If palms to the sky doesn't feel right for your shoulders, your elbows, you can always turn your palms to the floor again. Lift, lift. Palms to the sky sometimes makes your shoulders kind of hunch forward and down. Keep your shoulder blades drawing down your back. Hug your belly in. Lift. We're gonna find those bend stretches, arms and left leg. Hold. Turn your palms to face each other. Here we go. Left leg, both arms. Bend, stretch, bend, stretch. All right. This is where we finish our arms. Stick with it. Keep your elbows high. Get your arms really straight. Squeeze triceps and thigh muscle. You bend, stretch, bend, stretch. 4 more. 3. We hold in 2. All right, hold it straight. Lift your arms a little higher. Nice long neck. Hug your belly and back leg straight. Option to find that balance challenge. Dive forward. Drop your heart. Lift your arms a little higher. Let it feel a little wobbly. You got it. You're not gonna fall. You might tap your foot down. Lift it back up. Hold for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. All right, set your weights to the side. We've got one final thing for our thighs. We're gonna click our heels together. Find narrow V. Lift your heels up. Bend your knees forward. All right, I want you to bring your hands to prayer. So one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. Or if you really need that extra, lift your arms up. All right. I always love it if you guys do extra, but I said it that way because we've done a lot. So don't feel bad. Your hands are here. All right, bend your knees a little more. This is where we finish. We're not here for long. All right, we're gonna keep the burn in our thighs. We're gonna come down a little lower. All right, from here, 20 times. It's down an inch, up an inch, down and left, down and left. 16. You got it. Think of going lower each time. Down and up, down and up. Just 8, 7 and a hold. 6. Think more down, less up. 4, 3, 2, hold. Come down nice and low. All right, this is where we finish our thigh work. Could you come down a little lower? Hug your belly in. Maybe now lift your arms up. Grand finale, you earned it. Forward fold in 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. Bring your feet to parallel. Forward fold. Find a nice stretch to the back of your hamstrings. Bring more weight into the balls of your feet. And then from there, with your hands on your shins or on the floor, bend your right knee. Bump your hips over to the left. Feel a stretch through your left glute, left hamstring, left IT band release. And then come back to center. Other leg, bend your left knee. Bump your hips a little bit over to the right. Take breath in and out. All right, we are gonna finish class on the floor. So I want you to come to a seated position. Swing your legs out in front of you. All right, we're gonna come to bridge lifts. So your head is on the floor. I'm gonna adjust our camera just a little bit because I've got all the names and comments and stuff. Okay, so from here, you lay down, all right? You push your feet to the floor. You want your legs hip distance apart so they're not that wide. Your feet are a little forward of your knees. From here, you float your hips up off the floor. You take your hand into a fist. You can just get that fist under your sacrum, that point at your low back. Okay, your hips aren't very high. From here, push your palms into the floor. Draw your shoulders down, squeezing your shoulder blades a little bit together on your back. Your upper back is on the floor. So backs of your shoulder blades are pushing down. From here, your hips go up and down an inch. You lift up an inch, down an inch. It's lift, lower, lift, lower. All right, little up, down. Think up squeeze, drop, lift. That up squeeze is your hamstrings and glutes lifting. Up squeeze, drop, lift, lift, lift. All right, when I teach bar, I often think about if we should take a break between our thighs and our glutes. We just do a lot of thighs. And then we've got some abs to do, but we are gonna bang out the legs here. We are getting into the glutes. We will finish with an ab exercise. So your legs should feel tired, right? We've done a lot of leg work. Make this mostly about your glutes, but your hamstrings have got to help out. But this is not too much about your thighs. So try to feel that back side of your legs working the most. Your calves might even come into it, so we have the option to lift our legs, lift our heels towards the end. All right, we're gonna hold the lift up. All right, push weight into your left foot. Left heel really pushes down. Then your right heel is gonna pop up off the floor. You can stay right here. Your goal is to put a lot of weight into your left leg. Okay, for a little bit more, lift your right leg up to a rooftop position. Gaze up, you want your hips at the same height. That right hip's gonna have a tendency to drop down. Swing it up, lift it higher. From here, same thing, 1 inch lifts, a little faster, up an inch, up an inch. Up. Okay, now really isolating the left side. If you want more, lift your arms to the sky. If you want more, but not quite that much, you can bring your triceps to the floor. Bring your arms to robot arms. Lift, lift, up, up, up. All right. We've got 2 variations to finish here. It's gonna get a little intense. Your goal is to keep your seat lifted off the floor. If that means bringing this leg back down, do it. I'd rather you bring your foot down than drop your seat. Keep that hover of your seat fist distance off the floor. We're gonna hold the up. Here we go. You hold. Stretch your right leg straight. From here, 4 times, right leg goes down. For 2, up. For 2, 3 more, down. 2, lift. 2 more, drop. Lift it back up over your hip. Last one, drop. Now hold it up over your hip. All right, final thing, listen carefully. Embrace the intensity. Your left knee is gonna travel to the left. Left leg goes out for 2, in for 2, out for 2, in for 2. 6 more, out for 2, in for 2. You're trying to keep your right leg stable. 3, 2, and squeeze. This time left knee stays out to the side. Get your right leg a little straighter. Maybe lift your arms to the sky. Hips up if they drop down. Breathe. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Both feet come down. Feet come back to parallel. Big up and down. It's lift, drop, lift, drop, up, down. All right, keep going. Up and down. Lift and lower. All right, I'm gonna stay in this position so you'll get a slightly different view of what the legs are doing, but it's gonna be the same thing on the other side. All right, take it up and down, lift, lower. Right, in that big push up, should feel like a little bit of relief for your glutes. Lift and lower, lift and lower. All right, 3 more big ones. 2, last one up, hold it halfway. Find that hover again, maybe check, just fist distance off the floor. You choose the position of your hands. Shift weight into your right foot. Maybe lift your left heel up off the floor and that's where you stay. Or lift your left leg. Knee comes over your hip. You lengthen through both sides of your body so your hips are level. From here, you lift up an inch, lift, lift. It's up, up, up. You should really feel the work in your right glute. Finding that push, up, up, up. All right, this is definitely your abs firing too. Obliques work hard to keep your hips lifted. Not a very big movement. As I gaze at my phone, I barely see my body moving, but I'm telling you, I feel this. Lift, lift, lift. This is the longest variation. You are almost done. Keep it going. Those last 2 variations are really manageable, not too many reps. You just got 4 and 8 of those last 2 reps. Stick with it. All right, here we go. You've got 4, 3, 2, hold. Stretch your leg to straight. Starting point, leg over hip is down for 2, up for 2, down for 2, up for 2. 2 more, bringing your leg to match your right leg. Last one down. Bring it up and hold. Get it as straight as you can. Maybe switch your arms. 8 times, right leg travels out. Let's do it. It's out for 2, in for 2, out, out, in. Coming on the knife edge of your foot. You got it. Just 5 more. You can do it. Push, push, pull, pull, push. And press. 3 more. Out, 2, in, 2. Just 2 and a hold. And in. Out and hold. Hold it there, get your left leg straight. We stretch right after this. Could you reach your arms to the sky? Could you lift your hips up? Push that right knee out a little closer to the ground. Hold for 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Hug your knees into your chest. Cross the right ankle over the left knee. Weave your hands through. Stretching your glutes right away before that final abdominal exercise I mentioned. All right. Switch sides, left ankle over right knee. Weave your hands through. All right. Big breath in and out. All right, you're gonna bring your legs to a similar position, knees over hips. Feet just a little higher than your knees. All right, lift your shoulders up off the floor. Hold on behind your hamstrings. Try to get your shoulders as high as you can as you press your low belly down. From here, little curls. Up an inch. Curl, 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 curl. This is where we finish class. I want you guys to stay really focused here, right? Don't neglect the abs. Make this as hard as you can by lifting your shoulders up, higher and higher. We're gonna hold the lift. 4, 3, 2, and hold. Hug your low belly in. Reach your hands long. All right, palms go up one at a time. Right arm goes up for 2, down, 2. Left arm up, 2, down, 2. Lift. And lower. You lift. And lower. You can always hold on with one hand as the other arm moves. You lift. And lower. Last time through. Push. Last one left. Now hold on just for a minute. Stretch your legs all the way straight. See if that helps you get up just a little bit higher. Shoulders curl up. Legs stay perpendicular to the floor. Low belly super tight, pushing down like you got a medicine ball on your belly. Then maybe release your hands. Okay, you can always hold. Hands are long, you push down, down, push, push, push. All right, this is where you finish. You got it, push. Belly down, shoulders high. 12, 8, 4, 3, 2, hold. Curl up a little higher, belly down, legs straight. Hold for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug your knees into your chest. Nice job, everybody. Find a little rock, side to side, and then a quick happy baby. Press your feet up into your hand as you try to keep your tailbone down on your mat, your floor. And then from there, we're gonna rock and roll up to our knees. So coming up, you're gonna come to your knees. Find a little sway side to side. Big breaths in and out. One more. And then pause at center, hips square, step your left foot forward, find a lunge. All right, right leg goes back straight behind your hip. And a little tuck under your hips. And then reach your right arm up to the sky, bend your elbow, grab a hold with your left hand. Push your head back into your arms while you try to keep your ribs knitting down. And then maybe come up and over to the side. Big breath in and out. And then come back to center. Hands shoot forward or come to your hips. Shift your hips back. Flex through your left foot. And then dive your heart forward. Reach, reach, reach. And then forward fold. All right, bringing your big toe down towards center line. Maybe pushing your legs a little bit farther away. And that deep stretch of your left hamstring. One more breath in. And then slide your left leg back and around. Step your right foot forward. Same thing other side. Push your hips forward. Let that feel like a nice release of your left hip flexor. Then left arm reaches up. Bend your elbow, grab a hold right hand. Nice tricep stretch. Remember that tricep work we did a while ago? Hopefully you remember it again tomorrow. You feel it, right? All right, finding that side body stretch up and over. Then come back to upright. Shoot your hands forward. So you stack shoulders over hip. Flex your foot, dive forward. When you're at your farthest reach, round up and over. Option to point your toe or keep it flexed. It's all about what gets you the best stretch here. Maybe that means coming into more of a split stretch. Maybe come down a little bit lower. Big breath in and out. And then gently slide your foot back. We're gonna transition to seated, so wherever you wanna get there. Find a nice cross-legged position. Then bring your hands behind your hips. Similar to what we did earlier, we're gonna find that same stretch. You're gonna lift up. Hopefully feeling it a little bit more in your calves. Your quadriceps. Other side. Cross your ankles. All right, then come back to seated. Bring your hands to your knees. Bring your hands to prayer. Let's take 3 big breaths together. I hope you can stay. Big breath in, sit up tall. Exhale. Feeling your heart rate come down a little bit. Again, fill up. Big exhale. Last time all together. Big breath in. Exhale. Give yourselves a round of applause. It was so great to see so many new familiar names and faces. I've been doing these Instagram bar classes for a couple months now, so I've got a lot of them on my website, which you can access through my Instagram profile, or I can send you the link. So if you want workouts, classes any other time, I post the times that I'm doing my classes on my Instagram usually. So hopefully that works for you, and I'll do Zoom occasionally, so let me know if that's something you like. Yeah, good job everybody. I hope you have a great night. Drink lots of water, have some dinner. Take care.